Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another resort hopping pin trading video. Now today we are headed to Disney's Pop Century Resort, Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach Resort, Boardwalk, Yacht Club, and Beach Club. So we have a lot of resorts to tackle. Now today I did decide to park here at Hollywood Studios just to make traveling easier on myself. Now normally when we do these videos, we start off at Disney Springs because it is free to park there. Now if you're gonna park here by Hollywood Studios, you do have to pay for parking unless you are an annual pass holder, a cast member, or a DVC member. So just be advised, if you are gonna start here, you will have to pay for parking if you're not one of those like card holders. So if you don't have one, just park at Disney Springs and then take the bus over to Art of Animation. It's super easy. I've shown you a few times of how to use the free transportation. So if you need to go back and watch, I have all those videos up and they're super helpful. But now let's jump on the Skyliner and head to Disney's Art of Animation first. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my mantra. I have my bag full of pins, my heart full of hope. Let's do this. Now, like I said, we are going to jump on the Skyliner. So this first Skyliner here is gonna take you to the transfer center. So it's where you can catch the Skyliner over to Pop Century Art of Animation. You can take the walking path over to Caribbean Beach Resort, or you can transfer over to Epcot Riviera Resort. So it's just the transfer center first. Here's just a look at the Disney Skyliner directory. It goes to Caribbean Beach Resort, transfer to Art of Animation, Pop Century Resort, Riviera Resort, and Epcot. All right, let's jump on. All right, my ride is here. I like the Skyliner. I know a lot of people do not enjoy riding the Skyliner because they're afraid of heights. I'm also afraid of heights, but this doesn't give me that same feeling. Like, you know, that like way high up where your bones are rattling. I don't get that feeling on the Skyliner. I always feel pretty safe on here. How silly of me. I forgot to show you the pins that I am trading today. So I got some Munchlings. I've got a little Star Wars pin. The two little pins that we got the other day while pin trading at Epcot. I got these down here. All right, let's go. I'm super excited. So the goal for today is just to find good pins, just to find really good pins today. I've mentioned this in the past. If you're gonna do resort hopping pin trading, it is an all-day event. It could take you up to like 6 hours to hit 4 resorts because you are waiting for transportation, especially the buses. They do have like a bus directory that tells you the times that it's coming, but it's not always like super accurate. So sometimes it'll come earlier, sometimes it'll come a little later. It just really depends. So yeah, if you're gonna do this, make sure you have nothing else going on for the day and just let this be your resort hopping pin trading day because it's gonna take a lot of time. Now we're at the highest point of the Skyliner, and look at this, it's not too bad. Like, you can see the ground there. I don't feel like it's super high up, like not enough to like make my anxiety go crazy. So if you're afraid of heights, I think you'll be fine. You should be fine. We just got off of the Skyliner. We are now at the transfer center. So like I mentioned, this transfer center is going to take you to the Riviera Resort and Epcot, which is going to be right there. If you want to go back to Hollywood Studios, you just jump on this line here, the same monorail you were on. That right there is the walkway over to Caribbean Beach Resort. And then this here is the Skyliners to Art of Animation and Pop Century, which is where we're headed. So let's jump in line and get to the resorts. And we're off. This is I think like a 5-minute ride. It's not too long. And what I love most about doing resort hopping pin trading by myself is that they usually give me my very own cabin. So I'm usually in here solo dolo, which I love. I just stepped off the Skyliner, and then here they have a little directory. So it tells you Pop Century to your left, Art of Animation to your right. We're gonna start with Art of Animation, so let's go this way. This is the main area of Art of Animation. This is Animation Hall, and that's where you're gonna find all of your pin boards. So you're gonna look for the Finding Nemo little area and just walk straight ahead, and you're gonna walk right into Animation Hall. Now we have a few different pin locations here. Our first one is going to be at the Ink and Paint Shop. The pin board should be at this register over here in this back corner. Okay, this is our very first pin board, and check it out. Ariel, beautiful. Definitely gonna take that for sure. There's a few really good pins on here. Got a Pooh Bear turtle, a Disney Ducky. Wow, this is a great pin board. Marie. Okay, so I'll definitely do Ariel, and I'm gonna put down, we'll do the Rafiki Animal Kingdom little pin here. And the first pin board was a absolute banger. I got this Ariel pin, so pretty. I think this is the pin they currently sell as like the single princess pin for $12.99. So it looks like maybe a kid wanted a pin on the board, the parent didn't have a pin, so they purchased one here and then did the swap. That's usually what happens whenever you see like one of these single pins on here. Yeah, and it is the pin. There is the Ariel pin, and then they do have all the other princesses as well. Nice. Tony collects Ariel, so I mainly grabbed it for him. Our next pin location is going to be right here at the Disney Vacation Club counter. They have a pin board, and this is the pin board at the DVC counter. Check it out. There's a Munchling. We also have the circular maintenance droid. That's pretty cool. I found BB-8 a couple days ago, I think. There's a cool little Mickey here. That's pretty cute. The Munchling's really good, but I think I have that one already, so I'll save it for the next person. And I don't think there's going to be anything else here for me, so we're going to keep moving. Now, the next pin board is going to be here at the front desk. Look how cool this looks. I love this resort. Never stayed here, but I do love this resort. Oh, there goes the pin board. You just got to ask a cast member. And this is the pin board at the front desk. Very full. A very, very full pin board. Okay, we got a chin. Oh, we got two chin. Oh, Pixie plush. Oh my goodness, that's really good. Pixie plush. All right, this resort is popping off. There's the Marie Hidden Mickey pin. All right, I think so far, Art of Animation for the win. Very nice. Star Wars. Okay, I don't think there's going to be anything here for me, but a fabulous pin board. Very, very good. Now, we got one more pin board here, but unfortunately, it's currently closed. The Activity Center, which is that door right there, they usually have a pin board in there, so there's no cast members there right now, so maybe it'll open up a little bit later in the day, but I got a lot of other places to hit, but add that to your list. So if you're looking for pin boards, definitely check out there. And Art of Animation for the win so far. Hopefully the other resorts are just as good, but this was very successful. I'm also going to pop in their food court cafeteria area, Landscapes of Flavor, and see if we find any pin trading cast members. I feel like when it comes to the resorts, lately we haven't been finding any pin trading cast members, but you always gotta check. Anywhere you see a cast member, just check, ask for pins. Sometimes they have little lanyards. Hopefully we can find one in here, maybe. It is all coming back to me now. There once was a pin board right here out of this food court area, but no pin board today, and they're pretty busy, so I don't want to be that guy. So let's head to the next resort. Now we're going to walk back towards the Skyliner and then past the Skyliner straight into Pop Century Resort, and their pin boards are in the exact same location. The gift shop, front desk, the activity center, I think they have one there, and then sometimes at the food court. So fingers crossed we can find some more pins. All right, we're passing the Skyliner, and we're gonna keep walking straight all the way into Pop Century. If you're a long time watcher, I'm sure it gets repetitive, me telling you exactly where to go for the pin boards, and you might already know, but we have new viewers every single day, and I recently ran into one who said, I just started pin trading, and thanks to your video, I knew exactly where to go, how to get around, so I'm always going to show you exactly how to get there. It might be repetitive, but we might have new people watching, and we want everyone to have a successful day pin trading, especially at the resorts, because the resorts, it's more of a hassle to maneuver around. This is Pop Century's main area. We're gonna head into Classic Hall because that's where you can find all your pin boards. Our first pin board here at Pop Century is going to be in Everything Pop. Let's head inside. The last time we were here, this entire area was under construction, or refurb, if you will, and now it's a completely new design, very colorful, very bright. Everything looks really cool. Looks like they opened up the walkway and took down some walls to make it more of an open concept. I think it looks great. Looks really good in here. Oh, look at my
earphones on.
My Judy Hopps pins too.
Wait, oh my God.
Yeah, big fan of Judy Hopps. So I'm always looking for Judy Hopps on the boards. It's a pretty good pin board.
Oh, that's cute.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah, you got some good stuff.
Yeah, I got some good pins here.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Alrighty.
I'd like to look at the pins.
Yeah, I don't see anything here for me, but thank you so much. So there was nothing on that pin board for me, but the cast member just boosting my ego, telling me how great my pin collection was. She liked my Judy Hopps as Princess Leia. She loved all my Judy pins, so that's what you heard, the back and forth. Super exciting. Okay, yeah, nothing on that pin board for me. Let's head to the next one. I'm gonna do a lap of the food court area since we're already here and see if we can find a pin board. So I'm not seeing a pin board or any pin trading cast members, but they definitely redesigned this area. And for the better, look how much space there is. And look at all the really cool funky colors. It's giving like inside of a Taco Bell back in the 90s, which I like. Bring back that wild, crazy aesthetic. That super clean, minimalistic thing for a theme park, for me, just doesn't work. I want bright colors, I want fun, I want a good time. Epcot, the way Epcot is right now with all of the grays and just a very like clean look, no me gusta, no me gusta. So I ended up finding another pin trading cast member, but the pins are around the lanyard and I never film the lanyard pins just because it's a little too close and personal and I like to shove a camera in a cast member's face. If it's on like the pin pad, then yeah, because I don't have to show their face, but this one is around the neck and it looks like there's a trivia one. So I'll check in with you after I see what she's got going on. There's also a mini pin board, so we're gonna take a look at that as well. All right, here's a look at the mini pin board. A few good pins on here. Ellie from Up, the mini cruise line pin. Don't need any of those, but I did find the D, the new hidden Mickey pins. Very nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And score, I made it out with the Hitchhiking Ghost hidden Disney pin. It was on the cast members lanyard. And also they had a pin board, so what a score. What a score. We're headed to our next pin board, and usually there would be a pin board here at the Disney Vacation Club. Looks like they're out to lunch right now, or maybe just not doing it today. So our next one will be here at the front desk. We just gotta ask a cast member. This is the pin board at the front desk. Black Panther pin, Treasure Cat. Everyone makes fun of the way I say that. I know I'm saying it wrong. What else do we have here? Oh, the Skyliner, right? Elsa? No, Anna. Anna on the Skyliner. And that's about it. All right, nothing here for me. Let's keep moving. We are all done with Pop Century Resort. Now we're gonna head back to the Skyliner and go to Caribbean Beach Resort. But I'm so happy. We got one pin at Art of Animation, one pin at Pop Century, which the Pop Century pin was such a score. It's one of the new hidden Mickey pins, so I love that. Now, you know, my mantra is it's not about the treasure, it's about the adventure of pin trading. And I'll always say that. It's, you know, it's all about the hunt. The hunt is more exciting than the find. But I will be honest, sometimes when I'm doing the resort hopping pin trading videos, I am walking pretty far. And when I walk to a pin board that's like way out there, like over at Caribbean Beach Resort, I'll show you in just a minute, it's a little sad when I get there and then there's nothing on the pin but little scrappers. That's the only time where I'm like, maybe I'll toss that mantra out the window because this was a hike. This was a hike for no payoff. I am back on the Skyliner, headed to Caribbean Beach Resort. Again, this is the like long, far out pin board. There's one at Spyglass Grill, which is on the complete opposite side of the resort. Now, one time I went and the pin board was popping off. And then the next time I went, it was nothing but scrappers. So this is always like a 50-50. This lady always does this to me every time I try to film on the Skyliner.
We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot International Gateway.
Anyway, yeah, so we gotta walk all the way over there. It's a 50.
We are now gliding over Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
You done? All right, yeah, it's always like a 50-50 chance of it being a good pin board. Hopefully we find something good on there. But if not, again, it's about the treasure. No, it's about the adventure, not the treasure. I hate the Skyliner lady. We just touched down back at the transfer center for the Skyliners. Now we're headed to Caribbean Beach Resort, which is right there. So we're gonna take this walking path over, but if you wanted to go back to Hollywood Studios, you would jump on these Skyliners here, or if you wanted to head to Riviera Resort or Epcot, you would jump on these here. Once again, we're going to Caribbean Beach Resort, so we're gonna take this little walking path over here. So I am gonna head to Spyglass Grill first, which is all the way on the opposite side of the resort. It's that building right there, so I do have to take this walking path all the way around. But if I wanted to go directly to the main area, I would just follow this path up here, across the street, and just go straight. But here's a look at the map just to help you out. So you are here. This is where the main pin board is, and this is the main lobby, and then Spyglass is over here. So you would just walk here to Spyglass, and then you would just walk here for Old Port Royale. I hope this helps. And we made it to Spyglass Grill. Now this is a quick service location, so you do have to go up to the counter and ask for the pin board. All right, and this is the pin board at Spyglass Grill. Oh, they got the King Louis, I think, or no, one of the kings from Robin Hood is on there. All right, I don't see anything here for me, so we're gonna keep moving. And there was nothing on that pin board for me. Now, I can't say that pin board was a complete wash because they did have one of the hidden Mickey pins, the Prince John from Robin Hood. Oof, I know someone in the comments is gonna eat me up alive, but they did have his pin on there, you know, the little villain set of hidden Mickeys. So it wasn't a complete wash. I'm not collecting those, so it wasn't a score for me, but I'm trying to find the silver lining, giving that pin board the benefit of the doubt because we did have to walk this far. It's about the adventure, not the treasure. It's about the adventure, not the treasure. So now let's head all the way to the main area of Caribbean Beach Resort. So we're just gonna follow this water, stay on this path. We're gonna cross the street and just keep trucking forward, and you will see the main pool area. And then the pin board is gonna be at the front desk at the gift shop, Calypso Trading Post, I believe. And then there sometimes is a pin board in the food like cafeteria area where you order. They sometimes have a pin board there, so let's go. Here's a little fun fact for you all about myself. When I first moved to Florida to start my Disney content creator journey, it was during the pandemic, and Disney was not selling any annual passes at the time. So I really wanted to, you know, get my foot in the door. I was creating a lot of Universal content at the time because Universal did have their annual pass purchase open, but Disney did not. So I decided, hey, I'm just gonna apply for Disney. And I did so, and I ended up getting hired for Caribbean Beach Resort doing custodial. And I worked for about maybe a week. And then I was like, you know what? This is just not for me. Sorry, I'm crossing the street. This is just not for me. I don't want to be a cast member. I want to just do my Disney content creation. So I only lasted about 2 weeks, and then I was like, you know what? Thanks, guys. It's been fun, but peace out. And then literally the next week after I left, they opened up the annual pass holders, and I was like, score. So that's how I got here. Just thought I'd share. Now, in the past, I have spotted a pin board here at Sebastian's Bistro, literally just right outside where you have like the check-in for your reservation. No one's outside today, so I'm gonna assume there's no pin board, but always check Sebastian's Bistro. But now let's head into the main area, which is gonna be the lobby, the food court, the front desk, here at Old Port Royal Lobby. Our first pin board is gonna be here at the front desk. They actually have a treasure trunk with pins in it. All right, and here's a look at the pin board. Oh my gosh, Judy Hobbs, my girl, two Judy Hobbs. Very nice. A lot of the R2 pins. These are always really good. All right, I don't think there's gonna be anything here for me, but thank you so much, I appreciate it. So that was a really good pin board / pin treasure trunk. As I was waiting for the pin board, the cast member came over and they completely took everything off of it and added all of those pins on there. So I guess they did a refresh. A lot of good stuff on there. Anything I needed? No, but good, legit Disney pins on there. Our next pin board is gonna be here at Calypso Trading Post. Let's head inside and locate the pin board. The pin board is usually gonna be here at the little checkout area. Just gotta ask a cast member. And this is the pin board at Calypso Trading Post. A very, very healthy, full pin board. Oh, look at a little piglet, a little daisy ornament. Mother Gothel, the queen, the icon, Mother Gothel. We have the Avengers pins. Oh, 3 of them. Very nice. Rabbit. Okay, I don't see anything here that I need or want for my collection, but not a bad pin board. Now, our next pin board is gonna be right here in the Centertown Market. At this checkout desk here where you can order your food, they have a pin board. So let's jump in line and request to see the board. I'm waiting for the pin board and I can see it from here and I can already tell there's gonna be nothing on there for me, but I do want to bless the pin board and maybe put something good down just for the good pin karma. You always gotta put good pins out there so that way you receive good pins later on your pin trading adventure. I like to do this maybe like once a week or maybe a few times a week. It really depends. So we're definitely going to go ahead and bless that pin board because it's looking real sad. It's looking real sad. I think I'm going to put down the Donald pin that I got from pin trading. It's the 2024, I think, Sports World or something sports related pin that I got from like a friend through passing. Usually when I do a pin trade like this where I'm blessing the board, I don't take anything in return. I just put down this pin and then just keep it moving. So that's what we'll do. But of course, I'll show you the board. Here's a look at the pin board. Again, I don't see anything on here for me, but we're going to go ahead and bless the pin board. So I'm just going to put down this little Donald pin and keep it moving. And we are all done with Caribbean Beach Resort. Now, they do have a DVC location, and there usually is a pin board there. Now, today there was no pin board or a cast member there, so I guess I'm kind of pin trading around the time where the DVC people take their lunch break, but that's okay. Now we're going to walk over to Riviera Resort. It's super close. We can just follow this little walking path all around this little lagoon here, and then boom, it's right there. Super simple. All right, let's go. And here we are at Riviera Resort. My gosh, this resort is beautiful. Every time I see it, I'm just like, wow, I wish I wasn't such a brokey and I could stay here. All right, let's head inside. When you first walk into Riviera Resort on the lower level, there's a DVC counter here. They usually have a pin board, but again, I think I'm just pin trading during the time a lot of the DVC cast members go to lunch, so we don't have a pin board right now. But let's head upstairs to the main lobby. And the next pin board here should be at La Boutique. All right, and this is the pin board at La Boutique. Look at the little Ariel nesting doll. That's so cute. I don't see anything else here. Oh, is it okay if I film the pad as well? We have a pin trading cast members pin pad. Very nice. So they do have a mystery box here, and you pick 2 numbers or 1 number? 2. 2 numbers? All right, so we're going to go with 13 and 22 for Taylor Swift. Oh, Yoda. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'll do the Yoda, and then I will trade you, let's do a Munchling.
Very cute.
We'll do this guy here. So we did another pin trade. I got the Yoda. I think this is a Sum Sum. Did I love it? No. But anytime there's like a blind trade or like one of those boxes, I do like to bless the box for the next person. So that way when they pull that number, it's a good pin in there. I wish more people did that so that way I wouldn't end up with stuff like this. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Now on this floor, they also have a DVC counter, and this DVC counter has 2 pin boards. So I guess they moved both of them up here. So let's go check them out. So we got 2 pin boards here at the DVC counter. Here's a look at the first one. All right, and then here's a look at the next one. All right, nothing on either board, but they got 2 pin boards. All right, and this is a look at the pin board at the front desk. Oh, they have 2 of the Mickeys from the starter set. That's really good. Aladdin and Jasmine, there's Figment, and that's about it. I don't think there's gonna be anything here for me, but really good pin board. All right, and we are all done with the Riviera Resort. We're gonna jump on the Skyliner and head towards Epcot, and then hit all of the resorts that sit around the little lagoon there, like Boardwalk, Yacht Club, Beach Club. Now, let me say one thing about Riviera Resort. The vibes in there and the energy in there is so good. I'm someone who can pick up on like vibes. I'm very like socially aware of everything that's happening around me. And the vibes in there is really good. Now, if I'm gonna be honest, sometimes when I go to the Grand Floridian, the vibes, they're low vibrational. Like not from cast members, I've never had an issue with a cast member, but just from like people that are staying there, they always give me that weird like feeling like you don't belong kind of feeling, but never that here. So shout out to the Riviera Resort. Probably better than the Grand Floridian, I would say. From the Riviera Resort, you can just jump on the Skyliner. You're gonna look for this like archway here with the beautiful plants, and then they have a tile mosaic of the Kingdom of Corona from Tangled, and then you can also see Rapunzel's tower. So it like has this really cool archway. So here's the Kingdom of Corona. It goes all the way up and around with all the lanterns, and then on this side is Rapunzel's tower, and then on this opposite side is Peter Pan's tile mosaic. And this one, I believe it's Big Ben on this side. Yeah, Big Ben on this side. And then you go all the way up and around. You can see all the pixie dust. You can spot Wendy, her brothers, and Peter Pan. And then you land over in Neverland. And then boom, there's the Skyliner. You're gonna walk straight. Now you can take the Skyliner back to the main area where we transferred earlier, but we're gonna go to Epcot. For Epcot's entrance, you do kind of have to do a wraparound. There's signage everywhere telling you like, oh, this way for Epcot. So you do have to do a little swoop-de-doop, if you will. When you're taking the Skyliner from this transfer point, you're most likely gonna have to share a cabin with another family, just because if you're going to Epcot from where we took off at that transfer center, these people will end up staying on in order to get to Epcot. So most likely you will have to share a cabin. You might get lucky and not, but most likely you will have to share one. All right, and I just got off the Skyliner. Now we're gonna head to Disney's, I think Beach Club is first. Beach Club, Yacht Club, then Boardwalk. Yes, that sounds right. Let's go. I'm sorry. Once you get off the Skyliner, you're gonna see this path here, and you just follow this path all the way up. To your left is going to be Disney's Boardwalk, and then to your right is Yacht Club, Beach Club, whichever one comes first. So we're gonna go to this side, to our right. Here's the map of Beach Club and Yacht Club. So Beach Club is actually first. And a way to remember is Beach Club is the lighter blue, and Yacht Club kind of has like that softer gray color. So that'll help, well, not you, really me. I need to remember, because I do this almost every week and I still can't tell the difference. So Beach Club first, and this is the main area, so we're gonna pop in here and check for the pin boards. There's one at the front desk. I believe this one has a DVC location, and also the Beach Club Market also has a pin board as well. So we're in the main lobby of Beach Club, and we're gonna start off with the front desk's pin board. So let's go ask for it. Okay, and this is the pin board at the front desk. Okay, Puffle, everyone loves the Puffles right now. Lucifer L, that's pretty cute. There's also a Ariel pin, Mickey. All right, nothing here for me, so we're gonna keep moving. So there was nothing on that pin board for me. Now we're gonna make our way to the next, but I wanted to show you, here's the DVC booth for Beach Club, and there would usually be a pin board just right on top of this counter. Again, I think I came at a pretty bad time for DVC pin trading. The next pin board is gonna be here at Beach Club Marketplace. All right, and this is the pin board at Beach Club Marketplace. Oh, a big puzzle piece, that's pretty cool. All right, thank you so much. So the pin board was a wash, but I do spot a cast member with a pin pad behind the register here. I'm not gonna film it just because there's like a lot of people around and I think it might be a trivia, but if it is a trivia, I'll tell you the question plus the answer and show you the pin that we got. So I ended up doing the trivia, and the question was, name 3 princesses that were married into princesshood. And the hint she gave me was they all wear gloves, because a princess that has gloves all the way up to like their elbow there have been married into princesshood. So the answer was Tiana, my girl Tiana, Cinderella, and who else? Who was the last one? I just said it. Oh, Belle. Belle is the last one. And then I ended up getting it right, and I got the Donald Animal Kingdom pin. So that pin right there. I don't know why it's trying to pick up my face, but that one there. Hold on, I'll show you a better look. That's the Donald pin I ended up getting. I think this is a part of the Animal Kingdom blind box, I believe. And we are all done with Disney's Beach Club. Now we're gonna walk over to Yacht Club. It's literally next door. So we're walking over to a Yacht Club. We're following this path. You're gonna look for the big pirate ship that's a water slide. This is one of the coolest pools. Right now they are refurbing the pool. It is down for like some maintenance, but the cast member told me that when the pool is open and functioning and the little bar grill is also functioning, there should be a pin board there. So she said not right now, but once it's open, come back and find the pin board. And here we are at Disney's Yacht Club. This is the more fancier resort here in this area. It's very bougetta. We made it inside. We're gonna start with the front desk. And this is the pin board at the front desk. Not a bad pin board, looks very clean pin board. Lovely. Okay, I don't see anything on here for me, but not a bad pin board. So there was nothing on that pin board for me, but shout out to the cast member at the front desk. She watches on TikTok. She was super excited to see that I was out here pin trading, so it was super nice meeting you, and thank you for watching. Now we got another pin location here, and it's actually gonna be down the hall here at the market. They usually have a pin board, and if not a pin board, it's a pin trading cast members lanyard or pin pad. So the pin board's gonna be at that desk there, but I wanna show you really quick. Look at all the really cute yacht club merchandise, like the Loungefly, the exclusive Loungefly that you can only get here at the resort, plus the mini ears. I think they're so cute. Okay, here's a look at the pin board. Okay, R2, very nice. Chins, okay, okay. All right, I don't think I see anything on here for me, but again, not a bad pin board. They're very full. So there was nothing on the pin board for me, but the cast member watches my videos and they were super excited to see me. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Can't wait to tell my kids because my kids also watch your videos. And she gifted me 2 of the new hidden Mickey pins. It's the Stitch ears and the Ariel ears. I've been on the hunt for these. These are really good traders to have on the new Spaceship Earth. And she gave them to me just as a little gift for being super kind and super nice. So kindness will always pay off in the end, no matter what, no matter what. So always be super nice to cast members because sometimes you'll get a little magical moment like that. So super awesome. Love that. Okay, we got one more resort. Now we're heading to our final resort, which is Disney's Boardwalk. So we do have to just wrap all around. We are going to pass Swan and Dolphin. We're not going to go to Swan and Dolphin today just because I think the video might be getting too long. I'm sure someone right now is like, no, go, go, go. Keep the party going. But I do have other things I want to film today for the short form stuff like TikTok, Instagram, etc. But yeah, so we're going to wrap all the way around this lagoon and then go to the Screen Door General Store first. And then we're going to go inside the lobby because they have a pin board in there as well. I'm almost at Boardwalk, but I've had someone in the past ask me, Kevin, I wish you would tell us how many steps you walk in a day when you do the resort hopping pin trading. And so far, we're almost done with the video, but so far we are at 9,000 steps. Now, it goes even up from there because after this, I end up walking over to Hollywood Studios, shooting content over there, then walking back to Epcot. I like walking. I'm from New York City. Walking is nothing to me. So my step count at the end of the day is almost at maybe 18 or 19,000 steps. So, yep, I have the legs of a goddess, honestly. So here we are by the main area of Boardwalk, their Screen Door General Store. Now, this store used to connect right over here to Thimbles and Threads, but they are doing like a refurb right now. So the pin board is actually going to be here on this side at Thimbles and Threads. And then the bakery section is Screen Door General Store. And then once it's open again, it'll reconnect. But for now, we do have to enter through here. And here's a look at the pin board. Once again, a very full pin board. Right away, I can tell there's nothing here for me. Although they do have a Puffle and the Sleeping Pooh Bear pin. The Marvel pin, that's pretty good. Just nothing that I need for my collection. Yeah, nothing here for me. Let's keep moving. Nothing on that pin board for me. We got one more stop, and that's going to be in the main lobby of Boardwalk. There's going to be a pin board at the DVC counter and also at the front desk where you check in. So let's go. Here we are in the main lobby of Boardwalk. Let's go to the front desk and ask for the pin board. Okay, and this is the pin board at the front desk. Look at this little Figaro pin. It's very cute. Probably box lunch, Loungefly maybe. Huey Dewey Louie shirt, some chins, and just some miscellaneous ones. All right, nothing for me. We got one more pin board, and that is going to be at the DVC counter. All right, and here is our final pin board of the day. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, little Dopey pin. I think Tony collects these, but I think he's only doing like princesses. Vinylmation pin, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, another Skyliner pin of Woody. And that's it. All right, we're all done. Okay, my friends, that was our final pin board. Let's pull over and take a look at the pins we found today. Now, today ended up being a super successful day, especially with the hidden Mickey pins. We got the Hitchhiking Ghost and 2 of the headbands. We have Stitches and Ariels. And we also found this incredible Ariel pin for Tony. And then we ended up getting a little scrapper of Yoda, but that's okay. We'll just trade them later on. And then we also have this Donald pin here, who I'll most likely trade as well. But overall, 6 very good pins. I'm pretty happy. Okay, my friends, that is going to do it for our time pin trading around the resorts. Very successful day. I had a lot of fun. Now, in the comments, let me know what resorts you would like to see next. And for more Disney content just like this, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can follow me on every single social media platform at WDW Kevin. I am the cockroach of the internet. You can pretty much find me just about anywhere. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.